evening. Got the Chicago Electric Power Tools variable speed oscillator. Show you how this works. It has this set screw and this retainer washer. That retainer washer looks like it's been left out in the weather. Looks like a rusted washer. It was exactly like that when I bought the tool. So that's how it looked coming out of the box. Hasn't gotten any worse, but hasn't gotten any better. This one comes with some attachments. The single speed doesn't come with any attachments, but the variable speed comes with a sanding attachment with two pads. I've used one of them up, but I still have it here. And it comes with two scrapers, an offset and a straight, and it comes with a plunge cutter. I've had this tool for about a year, and I've used it in a bathroom remodel, and it came in very handy to get into tight spots where a normal saw or a normal blade would not get into. So how it works, there's these four posts here, and that's what holds the tool in place. So if I were to take this cutter and set it on those posts, you can see the posts, there's four of them, and it keeps it from moving. Because there's so many slots cut in the tool, I can rotate this to a lot of different angles. So I have a better chance of getting a good angle on whatever I'm trying to cut, or sand, or scrape. So we'll do it at 90 degrees. So this retainer washer goes over that and keeps the tool pressed into those posts, and it's got a cup shape to it. It's almost impossible to hold that tool in place while you put this on. Most of the time you'll have to reposition it as it goes tight. As you can see, there's no space between the attachment and the tool. And then you take an Allen key and you tighten that up. See, it's tight. Okay, you also have these scraper tools that'll take paint or something off of metal. Probably an endless variety of uses for these, and here's a straight one. And then there's a sanding tool, which its shape actually is kind of nice. It lets you go into corners very nicely. I've seen various styles of these over the years, and I never thought I'd need one. I never wanted to pay what they was asking for it. So I found the single speed of this for $14.99. I found the variable speed of this tool for about $19.99, and I have since seen the cordless version of this drill. Runs on 12-volt batteries for $24.99. Well, all of these prices are using coupons, which normally is the best price. $19.99 I thought was pretty decent for this tool. Let's fire it up and see what happens. This is the variable speed, so I can set the speeds. It's got 1 to 6. There's a very slow number 1, number 2. This is supposed to be 0 to 21,000, and the single speed of this is 21,000. So if you're always going to use the high speed, the non-variable speed would be a better deal for you. Now, what I thought was odd is the variable speed comes with replacement bushings, but the single speed did not. So how does it work? Gives off a very, very fine sawdust. And to me, that is a relatively smooth cut. Probably wouldn't use this for finish work, but that's still a relatively smooth cut. And if you're using this for baseboards, to take out an old baseboard and replace it with something else, that's probably a good thing to have it at least somewhat smooth. Very, very, very fine dust. There are dozens of attachments for this. The replacement sanding pads, I think you get 4 or 5 of them for $2 or $3. I'm not fond of the Velcro because they're so expensive, but there isn't really another way to do this, and they work pretty good. I bought a separate cutting blade, and I've used it quite a bit. You can see where it's worn. It's only been used on wood. And I think these two came together. It's another offset. I wanted the plunge. I didn't care. It came with that. And I think these two together cost about $6. But you should plan on spending about $8 or $10 for a couple of the attachments. This is the same technology used in medicine, in surgery. They'll have a blade like this, and they'll cut down into a bone. And if you think about it, this thing oscillating back and forth would provide minimal damage to things around the bone. And I think that's why they use it. It's the same technology, and I don't know if this tool was developed and then adapted for surgery, or if it was developed for surgery and adapted to the commercial world. But very versatile tool. I never thought I would use one, but now that I have it, I tend to use it anytime I'm getting in a tight spot. If I want to cut something with minimal damage to what's around it, like a baseboard, quarter round, something like that. I always use it at the fastest speed because most of the time I'm using it to cut. I think if you're scraping, you want that to be a slower speed. So, very versatile tool. Never thought I'd need one. Now that I've got one, I think it's great. Use it a lot. I bought the single speed first, and before I could use it, they had a good sale on the variable speed, so I went and bought it. So I used the variable speed more than the single speed. I'll probably buy some more attachments as I see the need or see them on sale. Try to get 3 or 4 more different kinds. I've picked up a couple of refills for the sanding paper. So very versatile tool, $19.99. The cordless version is $24.99. Single speed version is $14.99. All relatively inexpensive, and the Chicago Electric brand that Harbor Freight has seems to be a grade up from the Drill Master brand. I've had several of the Chicago Electric tools, and I've not had any problems with them. Only time will tell. Like I said, this is about a year old, and I haven't had any problems with it. So if I have a problem with it, I'll post an update. So this is a tool I recommend. You'll find uses for it you never knew you had. So if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.